Melissa Anchutz stars in the new movie Lost Heart. She's also the producer. And as challenging as both of those roles are, Melissa's biggest challenge came after the film wrapped. Take a look.
Melissa Anchutz is an actress, producer, and publicist. Her most recent film, Lost Heart, places her alongside well-known comedian Victoria Jackson and Don Most of Happy Days fame.
If she repents, will God forgive her?
Well, of course. He's forgiven worse than that, right?
Lost Heart tells the story of a music megastar who hits bottom and finally faces the hurts of her past. What she finds is love, forgiveness, and redemption.
Please welcome to the 700 Club, Melissa Anchutz. Melissa, great to have you with us.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you play the lead role in Lost Heart. Tell us a little bit about your character in this film.
Well, my character has run away from an abusive father and in search of a dream, too. And she does reach that dream in Nashville. She becomes a major mega music star. But she is quite broken. She's run away from this past and has never really faced it. And so throughout the film, she's really trying to become whole again, and she doesn't know how to do that. Her father does pass away in the film. So she goes back to her small town, and she has found that everything is different. He has become a changed man, and she really struggles with that. One of the main messages, I think, in the film is how we all live in front of our own faces and how things affect us. And it's not until we start to look outward and to the person who's before us that we really start to heal and, realize that, we don't have to live angry and broken. And how does that happen? So that's kind of what the film takes you through on that journey of her story of redemption and healing.
After the movie wrapped, you experienced extreme heartbreak and suffering yourself. Tell us what happened.
Yes. So after the film wrapped, almost directly after it, about a month later, my husband and I were both diagnosed with cancer, 2 days apart. We found out about his cancer first and then mine. He had something called squamous cell carcinoma, which is cancer in the tonsil. It's a curable form of cancer. The treatments would be brutal, but it would be cured. I had breast cancer. You can imagine you're trying to be there and be supportive for your spouse, and yet you're going through your own thing too. And we had quite a journey, over the last 10 months of dealing with that. Here I'm so excited. I'm seeing my dreams. I've got this lead in this film and producing and so much work. And then I was faced with this personal tragedy that I really wasn't ready for, and I of course, kept asking the Lord, why? Why now? I should be celebrating this film and praying that it has legs, and yet we're in the middle of, it really felt like a nightmare at the time. Fortunately, I really leaned into Jesus during this and just prayed and prayed, and the outcome didn't necessarily coincide with what I wanted. I lost my husband on August 28th, which was very hard. And I definitely feel like he put his arms around me and carried me through that. I currently am cancer-free, so I'm so grateful for that. And I do know that he's prepared me for this next season in my life. And I'm so grateful to that. But I daily, by the minute, I lean into that strength that he has given me. And the legs that hopefully this film will have, because I feel like my life would have been like Hannah's had I not had him to lean into.
These are such hard life lessons to learn, and to have to learn them when you've gotten to the top of the mountain that you were aspiring to climb really almost takes the air out of you. How did your faith make a difference? When you say you leaned into Jesus, how did you do that?
I had to trust him in my own chaos, right? It's so easy to say we trust in him, we believe, and we have this faith. But when you're faced with the kind of tragedy that I was feeling and experiencing, it just takes you to your knees, and you instantly just want to say, this isn't fair. Why did this happen to me? And I did say those things, but I prayed so hard for him to make me understand that he knew why, and to not try to control my destiny, that he's got that, you know? And I think as humans, that's a really hard thing for us to accept. Not trying to control the next moment in our lives, you know. With this film, I mean, Hannah did all that, right? She became this, you know, major mega music star. She had everything as perceived by the outside world, but she was broken and she was empty and she was miserable. It was when he lifted her that, you know, that she finds that redemption and that forgiveness of herself. And I experienced the same thing. You know, I can only describe it as this great comfort. I'd walk through a day and I would know that the reason I got through that day was because he carried me through it. He lifted me through it. It's not easy. It's not easy every day. It's not easy every moment. But I feel the warmth of his love, and I continue to put my trust in him. And that's how I've been able to come through this.
Viewers to know the movie is called Lost Heart. You can watch it November 7th and November 21st. It's on at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's free. It's on Encourage TV. So check your listings for that. If you'd like more information, go to cbn.com because we'll have it listed there. Melissa, thank you so much. You have a remarkable story, and we look forward to seeing the film.
Thank you so much, too. I really appreciate you having me on, and I hope everyone watches the film.
Me too. God bless you.